So this video is for people that want to brush up on their lesbian terms. This video is for people that are curious about what the lingo is within the culture. This video is for those of you trying to be supportive of your friends, siblings, parents, whomever that you know, people that you respect. Or if you're kind of in the closet and by the time you get out of the closet, you want to make sure that you know what you're talking about. This video is for you. Boy, she's like a young butch. A boy exhibits her masculinity, but it's not as pronounced as a butch woman's masculinity. Lesbian bed death. A lesbian bed death is a phrase that was coined by Pepper Schwartz. Yes, her name is Pepper. In her research, her findings suggest that lesbians that have been together for a long time in committed relationships, there's a higher rate of no sex. However, since that study has come out, there have been other studies that have been done to kind of debunk the lesbian bed death syndrome. If it's a real threat or danger or whatever in a lesbian couple, I don't know, that would suck, and that is a curse. LP is slang for lesbian potential. It is really just scoping out the scene at any given social situation, and you and your girls are just, you know, just talking shit really, and just scoping up the scenery and thinking like, oh, that girl's got some serious LP. She's got some serious lesbian potential. And you're getting that from the way that maybe she's dressed, her mannerisms, the way she's looking at other girls, the way she interacts with other people. In all seriousness though, there's no ways that you can really tell if somebody's gay, bi, whatever. But it's just like a fun thing to do. AG. AG is an abbreviation for the term aggressive. AG is an aggressive lesbian. I've only heard that term being thrown around within the inner cities. An AG is a lesbian or a bisexual woman with a very masculine aura about her. She might not even look super masculine, or she might not even look like a dude. She could have long hair, makeup, do all of that, but her energy is very masculine. She's got a very kind of smooth swagger about her. It's very heavily influenced by hip-hop. It's very dominant. She likes to take the lead in the relationships. For those of you, it could be your first time going out to a pride event or a pride parade. You will notice one thing, the rainbow flags. That's a gay flag. One flag that you might not be familiar with, and that is the bi flag. There actually is a bi flag. A lot of people, even gay people, don't even notice. So if you ever see this at a parade or at a get-together, this is not some new flag from a newly formed country in the world that somebody's waving around, okay? This is actually a bi flag. Tranny dyke, someone that used to be a man but had certain changes done and is now a woman, living life as a woman. A tranny dyke is transgendered. She dates other women. Lesbro, you are a dude that prefers the company of lesbian and bisexual women. You just like their aura, their wisdom, or whatever the hell is that you like. You can't get enough of lesbian women. That's like your crew. Yuri is a genre within the Japanese manga and anime that depicts two women that are in love. Power lesbian is a very renowned lesbian that controls a lot of power and dominance in whatever field that she's in. She is typically in charge or the head of some organization, a company. She could be a film director. Whatever her position is, she is definitely in charge. She's a lesbian with authority and everybody respects her. Family or familia is really a term of endearment used within the gay community towards one another. If you're walking down the street and you spot a fellow gay, lesbian, whoever is in the community, you go, aha, that's family right there, or that's la familia. Pillow queen. A pillow queen is a lesbian that likes to be on the receiving end during situations, I'll leave it at that. She will not be giving at all. That's just not her thing. Stone butch. Now a stone butch lesbian is a woman that gives in an intimate setting, but she does not like to receive anything. A stone butch and a pillow queen go hand in hand. One likes to do the receiving and one likes to do the giving, and neither one is about to switch their roles anytime soon. Ex-gay is somebody that went through some sort of God knows what kind of treatment to no longer be gay. I've heard of people going through some crazy stuff like electroshock therapy, all sorts of ridiculousness. De-dyking. De-dyking is getting rid of anything that looks lesbian on your person or in your area to please somebody else. So let's say you're not out to your parents yet and they're coming to visit you and spend a little weekend at your place. You de-deck the hell out of your apartment. You get rid of your anything super gay. If you have dildos, if you have pictures of half-naked women all over the place, if you have a huge poster of Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi making out, you take it down. There should be no signs of gaiety in your area. Pansexual is somebody that is open to dating people of all types of orientations and genders. They really just look at if they like the person. So it doesn't matter if you're a straight man and she's a woman and she likes you, you're a go. It doesn't matter if you are a woman and you're lesbian or you're bi, or if you're transgendered. None of that matters. It's what's in your inner core, and if they appreciate you for you as a human being, they are into you, they would like to date you. And a pansexual is different from a bisexual because typically a bisexual dates either men or women in the traditional terms. Lugs, bugs, gugs. People typically in college, but also maybe in high school. A lug stands for lesbian until graduation. Bug, bi or bisexual until graduation. Gug, gay until graduations. These are all people that spend 4 years living in complete fabulosity and gayness, and then as soon as they matriculate into the real world, they realize, hey, I'm not gay, I'm going to now date somebody of the opposite sex. Which makes you wonder, the entire time that you were in college or you were in high school, were you really gay, or was this really just some sort of fad that you were really into? Hetero-flexible. A hetero-flexible person is somebody that identifies as being straight, heterosexual, tends to really only date and is typically only attracted to the other sex. However, if suddenly they were attracted to some random female that was just had everything that they would ever want in a significant other. They were good looking, they had the right job, they came from the right family background, they had everything that they would want in their ideal mate and the other sex that they would typically date, but for some reason they are just drawn to this person of the same sex. They would actually make an exception for that person and be open to dating or hooking up with that person. Typically, hetero-flexibles, if they do make an exception, it's usually not something with that much weight into it. They might just hook up for a little bit and have that be that because they're really attracted to the opposite sex. But I've heard of some hetero-flexibles that actually had a successful, long-lasting relationship with somebody of the same sex as them. Androgynous. An androgynous lesbian or bisexual is somebody who is neither feminine nor masculine. There's such a good mix of femininity and masculinity that a lot of people have a hard time wondering, like, what are you? Like, are you a man? Are you a woman? And this could be given off by their mannerisms, the way that they choose to dress, and some people, that's all they date is androgynous looking women. Butch and studs. Butch and studs are really the same thing. They're very masculine women. In the terms of their dress, their mannerism, everything just exudes hardcore masculinity. Stud, however, I've seen and heard that term being thrown around mainly within the inner cities. Maybe studs have a little bit more of that street culture in them, but really butch studs, just different words for the same thing. Glamour butch is a very well-polished butch lesbian. Glamour butches, they dress up all the time. They're always wearing suits, they're debonair, they're very smooth. They've got that 007 James Bond swagger pretty much. They are about as into their looks as a lipstick lesbian traditionally is, however in the more masculine sense. That is it for my lesbian terms. Have a happy Pride, be safe, protect yourself. I love you all, gay, straight, bi, trans, whatever you are all welcome in RufaroDiaries. I'll see you guys next video.